Hopeless Romantic by Tink. Tink has been pretty consistently putting out music for a few years now. With Valentine's Day being the backdrop, how's her new project? How do we feel about it? Here's our honest review of Hopeless Romantic by Tink.
Hopeless Romantic by Tink. We've checked out Tink before.
Yes.
I want to say we've checked out all Tink's projects, potentially.
Yeah.
I mean, we've checked out most of her catalog, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay.
I'm not 100% sure on that, but we're close.
Yeah.
How you feel about that album artwork?
Thought it was pretty fire, man. Serves the date right, Valentine's Day and everything like that. But as far as the shot, I love this pose. I'm not too sure if I like the purple in the background, but I like everything else. Like the font in the middle and all that.
It's purple and red. I'm not going to say anything negative about it with those two colors being involved.
Oh, why?
I told you that was going to be on me and my wife's wedding colors.
Oh, okay, cool.
So purple and red look fire together.
What about that shade of purple?
It's fine.
Yeah.
I like it.
Just thought something else could have brought it out a little
purple.
bit. Yeah.
It's raining flowers. Her dress looks like it's made partially out of flowers.
Yeah, that was pretty dope. I like that. Yeah.
Rose petals. So it's actually dope. And I felt like the name of the album, I like the cursive font, and I feel like it fits the rest of the album actually pretty perfectly. The flow of this project, man, it, like I said, Hopeless Romantic sums this thing up. It is literally her kind of going through the relationship motions that people go through when you're in a relationship. The ups and downs, the good times, the bad times. Like 1 second is good, the next second you're complaining about something. I love the way you see that throughout the whole project.
Basically, Hopeless Romantic. All the songs revolve around that particular subject, and a lot of it from a woman's perspective.
This is like literally breakups to makeups in 2020.
Yeah.
Highlights, man. Look, I actually got quite a bit of highlights on this one, but first things I'll say is like Stuck is actually really fire. Come Get It is super hot fire. I love the way she's singing it like it's somewhat of a lullaby in a sense. It sounds like a lullaby singing pattern. Doggy Style, Can't Let Go is a fire song. Freaky is fire. Never, fire. Hopeless Romantic, fire. She did a hell of a job putting these songs together. You know what I'm saying? And it ranges from a lot of, well, I can't say a lot of topics, but from fucking to fucking up. Pretty much.
Yeah, man. Stuck was pretty cool. Come Get It was really, I agree with you. It does sound like a little lullaby or a little melody like that. That's pretty dope. I enjoyed Cut It Out, Doggy Style, Freaky, Switched Up. I like just because she just went straight into like just rapping mode, and I thought that was cool. She did that on another song as well. Never and Hopeless Romantic was great, but what I like most about her on this album is just that it always came across as something like you said, it was like the breakup to makeup, but it never sounded like sad. Like, I'm sad and broken down. Even though I'm a hopeless romantic, she was still on her shit, even though she was going through shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I liked about it.
Yeah. Low lights. I only got one real low light, and that was Switched Up.
Okay.
I thought it was, it wasn't like the rapping was bad.
Mm-hmm.
She just did the singing so much better. She rapped on a couple other songs too, but it sounded better to me. But Switched Up was my low light, and I just felt like it took away from how solid the whole album was becoming at that point.
Okay.
Because I was just like, man, she about to end this joint with a bang. This joint is fire. And then that came up, and I was just like, that's the one song that's kind of like a little disappointing, but it's still not horrible. That's kind of nitpicking.
Yeah, only low light I really didn't care about was 2 or 3. I was just like, it's cool. And I think it was You Already Know that I was just like, this is okay, this is cool. But other than that, I mean, for the most part, the album is pretty consistent with the theme and the tone of what it's gonna be. So you know what you're gonna get when you get this album.
Just to add to your You Already Know, my low light wouldn't be the fact that how the song sounds. My low light would be the fact that people keep sampling that song, because it wasn't a good song when it came out.
Yeah.
So for people to flip it like, oh man, you remember that song You Already Know by 112?
Yeah.
It was fire. No, it really wasn't. It was like
a lot of people argue
one of their super mediocre songs. Like Peaches and Cream is better than that. But it was okay. But I like the way she flipped it. She made it sound better. This is the second time somebody sampled that song on an album in like the last 3 months. I can't remember what the first one was.
Damn.
But I just remember listening to it, and I was just like, no, you don't sample 112. You already know. You sample Anywhere. You sample Cupid. You sample. Nah, don't sample Only You. But they have some songs to sample, but that ain't the one.
Yeah.
Oh, neither is anything else on Peaches and Cream. That album was pretty bad. Final thoughts, man. Look, I thought Tink did her thing. She sung pretty well. She still has a very unique voice. It just reminds me of Youngie Bangham from back in the day and a couple other people that have these really interesting sounding voices. And that puts her in like a unique position to like hold her own spot down in hip hop, in R&B, where everybody doesn't sound like her. Tink just sounds like Tink. And I feel like her name is like enigmas. Like it's one of those one word things that can become a big deal.
Yeah. If
she continues to put out high quality music like this.
Yeah, most definitely. She definitely has her own lane, and that's what I like about her. Like, you think about Tink, you're gonna get Tink, and with this album, it was appropriately released right on Valentine's Day, so I think a lot of people flocked to that, and it just served its purpose, man. Just a lot of cuts about hopeless romantic.
Yeah, because it was a lot of fucking up, and all of that on Valentine's Day. So just for the album to come out on that day made sense.
Yeah.
Final grade, man. Check. I'm gonna give Tink a check. Check it out. Go check out the playlist. Listen to the 3 songs that's up there. If you like it, listen to the whole thing. If you don't, that's okay too. But it's a really solid project.
Yep, solid check from me as well. I mean, you got a good playlist anytime. Like you said, fucking up, making up, fucking up, all that.
It's all there.